In this video, I am going to show you how to install erpnext14 on Ubuntu version 22. I have tried many options for installing erpnext14 on Ubuntu. So first we need to download Ubuntu 22 from the attached link. You can use the description box which I used for installing the erpnext. The same Ubuntu version you can use, and we require internet in Ubuntu operating system. Also, we need to install or enable SSH for accessing the Ubuntu operating system. Here I am already using Ubuntu version 22. Also enable SSH for accessing the Ubuntu operating system. First we need to log in Ubuntu operating system. Here I am using SSH over the putty application. After login, we can find the ERP installation command from the Google. In the description, I have already attached the link for referring and also attached the commands which I used for installing the erpnext. Here I am using the all commands one by one for installing the erpnext. For installing the erpnext, we need to check the requirements. Once the requirement is satisfied, we can install the erpnext. In my case, everything is satisfied. I'm just going to install one by one. I have already installed Ubuntu 22. I need to restore the application. I'm just starting to install. First, we need to do the update and upgrade command. So I'm just copying the same command and executing the same. First execution, we require the user password. Second, we need to add the user. Here I am using username with the frappe. That frappe user password we require while on the installation. So enter the appropriate user details and don't forget the password which is used for this user. And then we need to give the privilege for that user. Then we need to switch with the new user. Now we need to go for the user home directory. Now we are starting to install the Git. Now we have switched with the new user. So we need to enter that particular user password. I am installing restore. These commands are available in the description box. Now we need to set up the database. For this purpose, we are installing MySQL. Don't forget this root password for the SQL because it's required while on the installation. Current password is none, so we need to just enter, and then we need to enter the new passwords. Here I am entering the password. Don't forget the passwords which you are entering. Default comes without password, and we need to re-enter the password once after. Next, we need to edit the MySQL configuration file. Here I am using vi command for doing this. So we need to use sudo vi, then the configuration file. We need to add this content in the last portion of MySQL configuration file. Here I have already added and we need to save. Then we need to restart the MySQL. Then again we need to restore the installation procedure. Many locations I have used fast forwarding for avoiding video lagging. If you want to install the payments and HRMS, you can install. Here I am omitting HRMS. Instead of local site, you can use the different name for installing the erpnext. Here I am using the same. While setting the site, we need to enter the root password for the SQL. While setting the site, we need to enter the administrator password. This administrator password we are using for logging erpnext. So remember this password for the login. Here we can see our local website is mapped with port number 80. That means HTTP. If you want to get the IP address of the system, we can use the command IP space A, then enter. Here we will get the IP of the system. Now our erpnext installation has been finished. If you want to get the IP address of the system, we can use the command IP space A, then enter. We can try to log in with that IP. Here we could see that the erpnext is installed on port 80, so we can use the HTTP. Here I am just copying the IP and pasting on the web browser. Default port is 80, so we don't need to add any port. Now we can see our erpnext is loading. The administrator password we have already created while creating site. We need to use the same password. Now we can set up the erpnext. You can choose the language, country, time zone, then enter the full name and email ID, and then password as well. This is for set up the user account. Then enter the company details, then enter the appropriate details. After entering all the details properly, we can press the complete setup. Now we can see our erpnext14 is installed. Here we can verify the version of erpnext using about. Also we can verify the Ubuntu version. Here you can see the Ubuntu version as well. For proper installation, this same Ubuntu version is required. Otherwise, we need to do all the installation manually. It may get some issues. So, the requirements must be fulfilled before installing the erpnext. Thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, please press the like button, share and subscribe.